This man is so dangerous.
Diego Lopez.
This kid is the real deal.
Ian Machado, Gary.
Michael Venom Page.
This is an unbelievable card.
Let's go.
June 22nd, our first fight in the kingdom, we'll be going to Saudi Arabia.
This city deserves big fights.
Robert Whitaker.
A nightmare to deal with inside the octagon. One of the very best. The guy is a real killer.
Ikram Aliskerov.
This guy's power is otherworldly. He hits so hard and so fast.
An absolute destroyer.
A monumental night from a truly world-class destination. UFC fans, we'd like to welcome you to the ceremonial weigh-in for UFC Fight Night, Whitaker versus Aliskerov. Tomorrow night, the world-famous octagon hits Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for the first time. In the main event, future Hall of Famer and former UFC middleweight champion Robert Whitaker faces the oncoming Russian contender Ikram Aliskerov. Plus, in the co-main event, high-level heavyweights collide as the powerful Sergey Pavlovich takes on the imposing, well-versed Alexander Volkov. And we also present a featured bout of middleweight between fan favorites Kelvin Gastelum and Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. We would like to send a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members joining us today for this special event in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We hope to see all of you once again for the live action at Kingdom Arena tomorrow night. And now it is time for the ceremonial weigh for UFC Fight. What's going on, UFC fans? Great to finally be here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It is UFC Fight Night. Whitaker versus Aliskerov live here Saturday night. UFC CEO Dana White is in the building. The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer. The powerful Hunter Campbell. Our handsome matchmaker, Mick Maynard, is here as well. And we are ready to go. Great fight card for you coming up. And we will begin with our prelims live on ESPN. First out of the chute, the road to UFC Bantamweight Tournament Final. Xiaolong versus Chong Ho Lee. First fighter to the stage is Chong Ho Lee. The official weight for Chong Ho Lee. And his opponent in the final is Xiao Long. The official weight for Xiaolong. All right, next prelim comes your way in the light heavyweight division. Magomed Kachiasulov versus Brenjison the Gorilla Ribeiro. First fighter to the stage, the Brazilian Brenjison Ribeiro. The official weight for Brenjison Ribeiro. And his opponent undefeated as he arrives at his UFC debut. Please welcome Magomed Kachiasulov. Official weight 205 for Magomed Ganchiasulov. All right, moving on now to the men's bantamweight division. Mr. Perfect Kyung Ho Kong versus Muin Tajik Gafarov. First fighter to the scale, Muin Gafarov. $136 for Muin Gafarov. And his opponent, Mr. Perfect Kyung Ho Kong. $136, the official weight for Kyung Ho Kong. All right, next prelim is in the welterweight division. Rinat Gladiator Fakhretdinov versus Nicholas Danish Dynamite Dalby. First fighter to the stage, Nicholas Dalby. Official weight 171 pounds for Nicholas Dalby. And his opponent is Rinat Fakhretdinov. $170.5 for Rinat Fakhretdinov. All right, next prelim comes your way in the featherweight division. Mohammed Hillman Naimov versus Felipe Jungle Boy Lima. First fighter to the stage, set to make his UFC debut here on Saturday night, Felipe Lima. $145.5, the official weight for Felipe Lima. And his opponent, please welcome Mohammed Naimov. Official weight 145.5 for Mohammed Naimov. All right, now we get to our featured prelim in the lightweight division. Nasrat Haqparast versus Jared Flash Gordon. First fighter to the scale is Jared Gordon. $156, the official weight for Jared Flash Gordon. And his his opponent representing Morocco, Nasrat Akparas. .156, the official weight for Nasrat Akparas. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the main card for UFC Fight Night, live on ABC. First out of the chute in the light heavyweight division, Johnny Walker versus Volkan No Time Oezdemir. First fighter to the stage, the number 9 ranked contender, Volkan Oezdemir. .206, the official weight for Volkan Oezdemir. And his opponent, currently number 7 in the world in the light heavyweight division, Johnny Walker. Official weight 206 for Johnny Walker. All right, next main card matchup in the middleweight division, Shara Bullet Magomedov versus Antonio Malvado Shokali. First fighter to the stage, Antonio Shokali. .185.5, the official weight for Malvado. And his opponent is Shara Bullet Magomedov. .185.5, the official weight for Shara Bullet. All right, now we get to a featured bout on the main card, also in the middleweight division. Kelvin Gastelum versus Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. First fighter to the stage, Daniel Rodriguez. Official weight 184 pounds for D-Rod. And his opponent, Kelvin Gastelum. .184.5 for Kelvin Gastelum. All right, folks, we have now arrived at our co-main event in the heavyweight division. Sergey Pavlovich versus Alexander Drago Volkov. First fighter to the stage, the number 5 ranked heavyweight contender, Alexander Volkov. The official weight for Alexander Volkov. And his opponent, recent interim title challenger and the number 3 ranked heavyweight in the world, Sergey Pavlovich. The official weight for Sergey Pavlovich. All right, with that backdrop, it is now time to take a look at the men on the marquee, 2 of the best middleweights in the world, who tomorrow night here in Saudi Arabia share the octagon in our main event. This guy is a silent killer. He is Ikram Alaskarov.
These guys from Dagestan, man, they're bred to be dangerous fighters.
Ну, я-то был уверен в своих силах, что я могу конкурировать в UFC с любым бойцом. Но, опять-таки, в контендере я зарекомендовал себя как борца, как грэпплера, можно сказать.
Oh, and there's the jab. Ikram Alaskarov by submission.
Будучи попавшим в UFC, я показал, что моя ударная техника тоже на высоком уровне. У меня в руках достаточно силы, чтобы нокаутировать каждого в весовой категории.
Ikram Alaskarov, he's got all the skills, he's got dangerous boxing, he's got incredible wrestling, he's a World Combat Sambo champion, he comes from Dagestan, he's got all the pieces of the puzzle to be one of the best in the world.
Oh! Down goes Elvis! Ikram Alaskarov, the real deal!
They're going to have a hard time matching this dude because guys at that next level just cannot compete with him.
I mean, this guy can do it all.
Ikram Alaskarov has won 7 in a row.
People call him the boogeyman, but I like fighting boogeymen. Like, I'm good at it. I beat the guys. I love derailing, you know, hype trains. I like testing myself against that. And really, I'm the boogeyman.
He's back, the former champ, Robert the Reaper Whittaker.
Robert Whittaker is maybe the most skilled middleweight that we've ever seen.
He's so good at blitzing in from the outside. His movement is so quick, and this guy keeps getting better.
Tonight, he's going to understand why I was the middleweight champion of the world.
Down goes Brunson!
I'm going out there to take him out.
This version of Robert Whittaker is a very dangerous man.
I want to show everybody that I'm going to be champion again.
Я молодой, я очень голодный в этом виде спорта. Я думаю, легко не будете между со мной. Конечно, главная моя цель будет закончить в первом раунде, как обычно.
He's in for a rude shock when we start entering the grappling exchanges. I want to stuff his takedowns and I want to start piecing him apart until he just can't handle anymore.
He's fast, he's powerful, and his striking is laser beam precision accurate.
I want him to despair. I want him to understand that I'm not here to play. I'm going to take everything from him.
And that is it! Robert Whittaker finishes Jacare Souza!
Буду надеяться, что я зацеплю его и смогу нокаутировать. Robert Whittaker will not stop me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the main event in the middleweight division. First fighter to the stage, the oncoming middleweight contender, Ikram Alaskarov. official weight 184 for Ikram Alaskarov. And his opponent is the former undisputed UFC middleweight champion and the number 3 ranked contender, Robert the Reaper Whittaker. The official weight for Robert Whittaker. All right, we step over here and grab a minute with Ikram Alaskarov. Congratulations on your first UFC main event. Any thoughts on the eve of the biggest fight of your career thus far?
События в UFC. Какие у тебя мысли за одну ночь до того, как ты выйдешь в эту клетку?
Спасибо большое за эту возможность. Да, я здесь, я очень счастлив сейчас быть, оказаться здесь, драться против такого.
And grab a minute with one of the most beloved fighters in the world, the former champion Robert Whittaker. Another high-profile moment in a career full of them. Any final thoughts before you dance again tomorrow night?
I'm feeling the energy, I feel the responsibility, and I cannot wait to get in there. I'm primed and ready, and I'm going to put on my best performance. I'm going to go in there and get the job done.
Always an honor to watch you do your thing. Sleep well, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, Robert Whittaker. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, thank you all for coming out. Don't forget, UFC flyweight champion Alexandre Pantoja gonna be up here on the stage for a Q&A in about 5 minutes. We'll see you tomorrow night. One more sleep.
جمهورنا الكريم خلكم معانا. بعد دقائق بيكون معانا أحد أبطال اليو اف سي في فقرة سؤال وجواب.
This city deserves big fights. Robert Whittaker!
A nightmare to deal with inside the octagon.
One of the very best. The guy is a real killer.
Ikram Alaskarov!
This guy's power is otherworldly. He hits so hard and so fast.
An absolute destroyer.
A monumental night from a truly world-class destination.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to see something that you have never seen before.
We're calling on builders of a new era. The fighters who embrace progress, collectiveness, and commitment. Those brave enough to change the world.
History has been made!
Wow.
Our mission? To empower humanity with data. To build scalable and sustainable ecosystems. To use blockchain technology as a layer of trust. They say all it takes to start a revolution is an idea and people committed to make a change. We're a movement to unleash technology, to maximize human value.
Oh, that's it. UFC history!
VeChain, the official blockchain partner of UFC.